potential title eliminator as we go to the tail of the tape.
And the real thing to look at here, these guys are so close in everything. The big difference is 33 years of age for Corey, 5 years older right now for Phil Davis, but both are just amazing athletes.
The bell and round number 1 scheduled for 3 rounds in the light heavyweight division. The number 1 ranked Corey Anderson, the number 2 ranked Phil Davis. Anderson, boxing centric, putting a lot of weight on that lead leg. Davis, virtuoso at managing distance, using his long limbs, level change, and wonder too about the scrambling. Both of them scramble well, and Davis and Anderson scrambling now, well, jockeying for position as Anderson tries to snatch that single.
Yeah, he's got it up there, but not going to be an easy thing to do. You're looking at Phil trying to just control his balance, using the cage, break the hands down. You see, nice job by Corey Anderson's just strong.
Take him. Beautiful reversal by Davis.
But that's the whole point. Both of them can do that. It's their scrambling ability. You take them down, all of a sudden they're ending up on top.
As I just mentioned, both of them superlative scramblers, and we're seeing that on display already here early in the opening round. NCAA champion Phil Davis at Penn State, Corey Anderson, high-level wrestler who has put it all together, and now Davis says, I'm going to try to take you down, and momentarily able to put Anderson on his knees. But John, talk about this battle.
You're taking a look right now. Corey Anderson is not in a good position. Notice how his arm is trapped in there. He's trying to work his way around. He wants to bring that left arm to the other side of Phil Davis. Unable to do it. Phil Davis really working hard to off-balance Corey Anderson. Look at that, you see him fighting the hands. He's broken the hands back apart. And this is the one thing about Phil Davis. Phil Davis has an incredibly long reach, and he's able to get his hands together at times when a lot of guys cannot.
2 minutes gone in the first round. Davis working from the back, hand fighting Anderson, trying to break that grip, trying to turn into him, does so against the fence, trying to create some separation. Pummeling, and Anderson on the release with a sweeping left hook that misses. There's that jab, and that buckled the knees, and I think it was, did he roll his ankle? Or did,
I believe he stepped back, his ankle rolled on.
But still, that jab is potent for Corey Anderson. It's a sharp jab, and he does a great job of head movement, slipping and dipping as we're seeing here.
The one thing you got to watch, though, many times Corey gets into a rhythm
to the right,
dips that head to the right quite often. Don't allow Phil Davis to time that. That's exactly how he lost to Ovince St. Preux.
Just over 2 minutes now remaining in the first round. Anderson, good punch placement, goes to the body. Davis against the fence, trying to keep Anderson off, but Anderson putting pressure on Davis now, and they pummel. They're fighting for control.
You know, Josh Thompson talked about, I think the wrestling is going to cancel each other out, and this is going to be a striking contest. And I would agree. And here you go. It's been nothing but grappling.
But wasn't the heavyweight fight supposed to be a striker's sport?
Exactly, yeah.
It's MMA, and here's Paul. Phil Davis looking for Anderson's neck. And yes, because his nickname is Mr. Wonderful, I almost called him Paul Mr. Wonderful Orndorff. Rest in power, another pro wrestling legend. Just over a minute left. Hey, my pro wrestling background has to come back once in a while. Anderson changing levels, looks for the takedown, takes Davis off his feet as he controls the legs.
Very smart. You see where Phil Davis is grabbing on here, holding that position.
Under a minute left here in the first frame.
Fights his way back.
Scrambles.
Now it's on the single leg, but he's got that position on top. He ends up in the top.
And for Davis, his style, folk style wrestling is all about that control. And he's one of the best in terms of smothering his opponents. And yet Anderson back to his feet now against the fence.
Well, this is one of the reasons when you talk about different styles of freestyle wrestling, folk style wrestling, folk style wrestlers, folk style, Greco-Roman, all upper body control. But folk style wrestlers are good at controlling people on the ground, but both of these guys are folk style wrestlers.
Right.
So neither one is easy to control on the ground.
And we're seeing that, and they are just fighting for every inch along the fence with Davis. Now Anderson able to
Davis looking for that Kimura.
Yep, the double wrist lock, looking for that Kimura that has been successful for him in the past twice. He's submitted his opponents with the Kimura. Tonight, two fighters chasing history. Patricio Pitbull and Yoel Romero. Corey Anderson wanting to erase recent history after losing in the final of the $1 million World Grand Prix. Phil Davis, he has designs of becoming a two-time light heavyweight champion. A tough round to score, Joe.
Oh my God.
How do you see it?
You know, it all came down to those scrambles. Corey was the one that was able to have better position time, got that big takedown, but popped right back up and ended up losing the position. I give it to Corey Anderson, but I almost wanted to put 10-10.
And this is the kind of pace that favors Corey Anderson, the ability to feint, put the pressure on that lead leg, walk down Davis.
Corey listening to his corner there, and they're telling him, use the jab. See him pop right back in and popping that jab out. Lead with that jab. His right hand will become much more effective off of that use.
Davis, focus, trying to utilize the jab. There's Corey Anderson's corner, and
Nick Catone, Mark Henry.
on Mark Henry, one of the best striking.
Just a guy
coaches in
named
the
Frankie
game.
Edgar in there too.
And you see shades of Frankie Edgar in Corey Anderson's fighting style at times.
Absolutely.
More volume.
Frankie Edgar, a
Oh,
legend.
nice shot.
And there's the level change by Davis. Anderson keeping his balance, overhook. And a grueling affair, a war of attrition here. Davis again has Anderson's back, but the hand fighting, Davis able to break the grip.
He's been great at breaking that grip because multiple times Davis has been able to get his hands just joined together, and Corey keeps on breaking them apart. And you can look, this is all, you know, it's all good. You see that Phil is, you know, has it.
Now it's Anderson looking for the Kimura.
Nice.
Good presence of mind by Davis to separate. Anderson trying to put together some rhythm, a tempo, trying to land that left hook. Now leads with the right hand on the left. Davis looking to counter, really just threw it out lazily, trying to set up the level change. Well defended by Anderson.
Yeah, right now Phil is not throwing his hands with any type of confidence. You take a look, he's unsure about when to throw his hands against Corey Anderson. Corey's got him kind of guessing about what he's going to do. I've never seen Phil Davis actually wrestle so much.
And that's what you guys, you and Josh always wanted.
Always.
And yet now, there's a scramble again. It's now Anderson on Davis's back momentarily, but Davis popping back to his feet. These two have remained as close as conjoined twins in terms of this grappling.
This is exhausting. You take a look at the output of both of these guys. You can right now take a look at the diaphragm of Phil Davis. His mouth is open, and he's pumping hard. He's working really hard.
Anderson walking down Davis on his back foot. Anderson trying to put together the rhythm. Nice right hand over the top. Nice slip and the rip there from Anderson. There's a right hand. Jab, and again, Davis, you're right, John, just trying to
just a little
set
more
up
labor.
the takedown.
Just a grinding battle between these two guys. There's been some fantastic grappling exchanges.
I was a mediocre high school wrestler, hated the meat grinder. This is what it reminds me of, though. These two are in the meat grinder. There, right hand by Davis.
Davis needs to do that more. That was at least a 1-2. You gotta put those shots on him.
Davis he rolls with the punches, or excuse me, Anderson rolls with the punches, takes off the steam.
Yes, he does.
And now chance of let's go Corey from the Chicago crowd, the native of Rockton, Illinois. Pummeling by Davis. Under a minute left here in the second stanza. Knee by Davis, trying to control Anderson's head. Nothing doing.
Nice. That was a good knee to the body. Corey felt that knee, but he's been able to be the guy putting Davis on his back foot.
Sprawl by Anderson. Under 30 seconds left as Anderson goes fishing for a...
Nice job bringing it back to him.
Now the perspiration, all that sweat, they are
so hard.
sliding, and nice jab there, and good angle by Davis. Throws a right, but it's not with a lot of confidence, John, like you say. Final 10 seconds of the second round. Grueling affair between the former Bellator light heavyweight champion, Phil Davis, the #1 ranked Corey Anderson. You know, Phil Davis is a thinking man's fighter, as cerebral as they come, and really in this fight, John, correct me if I'm wrong, Anderson not really giving him time to think, really forcing him to throw when maybe he doesn't want to throw.
No, absolutely. He's forcing him into engagements when Phil is looking for that moment that he can go. Corey's forcing the matter on him. And so Phil's fought really well. I mean, it's a close fight. I thought the second round was a little clearer that Corey won it, but this fight could go either way.
Davis popping Anderson nice with the right and the left, and Davis using angles, now feinting. Anderson, low leg kick, the inside of the lead leg of Davis. There's Davis coming back with a kick to the lead leg of Anderson. Jab landing for the longer-limbed Phil Davis. Left hand from Anderson.
Now you're starting to see Phil Davis at least start to really throw his hands with more confidence, and he's putting shots out there.
There's a nice beautiful right hand that landed for Phil Davis. Anderson output. You'd hear there, slips to the left hook to the body by Corey Anderson. Jab, double jab, triple jab from Anderson. Davis close the distance, kick blocked by Anderson. Doesn't mean it still didn't hurt, John. Nope. There's the entry by Davis, again defended by Corey Anderson. And now Davis looking for that grip, but it's Anderson on the back of Davis, has one hook in. 3 minutes remaining in the third.
Nice job of Corey Anderson using his right hand behind the leg there. I was trying to hold himself in place.
Phil Davis's 32nd professional fight again has never been knocked out or submitted.
You can see why that Phil Davis is so difficult to fight. Just take a look at all these times. You think Corey has a spot where he's going to be able to control position. It just doesn't happen. Phil never stops. Same as Corey, he never stops until he gets to the position he wants to be in.
Final half of the final frame in this light heavyweight encounter. The top two ranked light heavyweights setting the table for tonight's main event. Vadim Nemkov, undefeated in Bellator, the World Grand Prix winner over Corey Anderson. He will defend the title against Ageless Wonder Yoel Romero, who at 46 will attempt to become the oldest fighter ever to win a major MMA championship. These two want to remain in the hunt. Nice lead left hook to the body by Anderson.
It was a clean body attack, both hands.
Oh, spinning back fist by Corey Anderson. Here in Chicago, it's called the Chicago Pimp Hand, thanks to Mr. International Shoney Carter. Pulled off one of the most memorable spinning back fist KOs against Matt Serra.
UFC 30. Manimal.
And now, pressure being put on by Anderson. Davis resets, marches forward, hands a little low, but flashes the jab. Ducks underneath the sweeping right hook of Anderson.
Phil Davis feeling a little bit more comfortable with the range now. He's kind of got his feel about the jab of Corey Anderson. He's trying to land counter strikes on him.
There's a stiff jab from Davis. Under a minute left. Competitive encounter as expected, John, between these two upper tier light heavyweights. Oh, nice 1-2 by Davis.
Just a little bit out of range there, just at the end of that punch.
Nice jab by Davis. Can anyone land the coup de grace in the final 20 seconds? Davis went hunting. Mouth guard is out.
Knocked the mouth guard out. Davis having more success with that right hand, finding a place.
It will come down to the judges to determine the victor of this light heavyweight encounter between former champion Phil Davis and Corey Anderson, looking to bounce back from that disheartening loss to Vadim Nemkov in the main event of the World Grand Prix. These two veterans, these two world-class athletes showing the respect. 15 hard minutes, John.
Hard minutes. You're talking about guys that really put a lot of effort. The grappling that was taking place in that first round, it was amazing that they were able to maintain that and even maintain it into the second round.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll go now to your judges' scorecards, where your first judge, Scott Jones, has the fight 29-28. He scores the fight for Davis. Your second judge, Darren Cleary, 29-28, seeing the fight for Anderson. While your third and final judge at cage side, Chris Lee, scoring the fight 29-28. He has it for the winner by split decision, Corey Anderson.
Hard-fought bounce-back victory for Corey Anderson, who exercises the demon from his last fight here against Vadim Nemkov. A disappointed Phil Davis tasting defeat, but again, a hard-fought 15 minutes of action sees Corey Anderson maintain the #1 ranking. Let's go to Big John McCarthy.
I'm here with your winner, Corey Anderson. Corey, that was a grueling, amazing fight. The first round, you guys went after it in the wrestling department, and neither guy was going to settle for being on the bottom.
No, I knew. But before we get into it, I want to thank the Lord Jesus Christ, my Savior. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. Trials and tribulations after the last fight, but he pushed me through. My mom sending me that message this week, Mama, that motivated me so much. Pops, I know you think I don't listen to you. I threw some kicks for you, baby. That was for you, Daddy. And my wife, my biggest fan, my biggest supporter. I know she had somewhere, Jennifer Anderson. Baby, I love you so much. Love you so much. You made this camp so easy for me. I was doing 18 to 20 training sessions a week, and my wife was taking care of the kids, cooking dinner, making sure I was taken care of, and never complained once that I wasn't home. I appreciate you more than you know, baby. Hey, like you say, we gonna be all right. All right, now, back to what you were saying. We knew Phil was gonna be a good wrestler. Like I said all week, the one thing I had to worry about was the scrambles. As you see, I would get the takedowns. He was good at scrambling and getting on top or getting out. So he worked out a lot, you know. My coach, Nicotone, we've been working this for about, what, 6-7 years now. It sucked that he's been hurt, so I can't go with him as much. But him and Frankie with their mindset in wrestling, I knew exactly what to do when we got in those situations.
When you got into that third round, you guys had both put out so much energy. You lost your mouthpiece on a shot. I didn't think it hurt you, but you lost your mouthpiece as you started breathing heavy.
Oh, it wasn't I was breathing. As y'all see, I'm missing a tooth now. So this is my old mouthpiece. It don't fit as well in my mouth. I was trying to adjust it to get my bite because I was going to strike the last 60 seconds. And he threw the jab at the same time and knocked it out of my mouth. It didn't hurt me, but coach said I might have lost you the round because it looked like he hurt you, but I was good.
Who should be next for you? This is a great win against a great opponent in Phil Davis.
Come on, man. You already know what I want. There's only one thing I'm here for. Mike Cogan, Scott Coker, all the Bellator people, all the Abdelaziz are going to make this happen. We want that strap!
Sounds good to me. Congratulations on a beautiful win. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the man that does the overtime, Corey Anderson.
Click below to subscribe and watch more MMA content.